Hello and welcome to the Legendary Chiropractor Podcast. I'm your host, Johnny Reuter, and this podcast is brought to you by thelegendarychiropractor.com, an interactive and immersive virtual platform for prospective chiropractic students, current chiropractic students, recent chiropractic school graduates, and even veteran doctors of chiropractic out in the field wanting just a little bit more from this profession. I hope that you enjoyed today's episode, and if you do, be sure to share with a friend, leave us a rate, leave us a review, and also be sure to subscribe to get more. Dr. Brad Glowacki runs one of the highest volume, highest profile, highest profitability practices in the world, and it's all run with vitalistic communication procedures. Those procedures from his office are then shared with other chiropractors at his various trainings as a part of Level Up Mentoring. This information is created, developed, tested, and then packaged simplistically before being taught. With bruises and scars from making mistakes, Dr. Glow always delivers refined content that is battle-tested and simplified for use on Monday. To level up your life and practice, head over to levelupmentoring.rocks. That's levelupmentoring.rocks. Chiro HD, superior cloud-based practice management software. Chiro HD is a user-friendly, all-in-one EHR solution built with one mission: to help you run your practice like a boss. Learn more at chirohd.com. Total Clinic Solutions is your go-to source for purchasing both brand new and refurbished chiropractic equipment, as well as phone support for repairs and maintenance. Call Derek and allow him to combine your wishes and his 23 years of chiropractic equipment expertise to find what's best for you and your patients at 704-622-4089 or head to totalclinicsolutions.com now. Thank you for allowing this brief disruption to take place. And now back to the program. Awesome. What's going on, everyone? Good morning. How we doing? Oh man, I'm actually going to turn this chair a little bit. There we go. That's better. Oh man, what a day. We're going to see if anyone hops on here at 7:55 in the morning. But I wanted to come to you live today and this morning to really tell you about, the big decision that you have after graduating from chiropractic school, and the decision you have when about to graduate from chiropractic school. And that decision is, should I associate or should I open up? So to give you a little bit of background of what we're doing, we are now transitioning into the doctor content of the month. So at the beginning of every month, we're going to have one main topic that we're talking about for chiropractic students. And that this month of May was your chiropractic school journey, right? Creating healthy habits, 3 pillars, understanding some of those things. And then now doctors, we're talking about associate or open up. And this is our main topic that we're going to finish May out with for doctors of chiropractic out there, or soon to be docs of chiropractic out there. So with that being said, I want to dive right into content, but I want to remind you to click the link above, check out legendarychiro.com, legendarychiropractor.com, thelegendarychiropractor.com, whatever you see fit, but click that link above, become a member completely for free. It is 100% free, and you get all of the chiropractic specific content that we produce and give away on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, annual basis, right? So with that being said, I want to just kind of sip a cup of coffee with you guys, have a conversation about associating, about opening up, and what that really looks like to you. Here at the Legendary Chiropractor, we are known as the associate experts, right? That's the kind of niche we went into. That's the standpoint we have. So we are big fans, and me personally, I am a big fan of associating right out of school, right? So we don't know everything. We might think we do, but we don't know everything. We don't know really how to sell chiropractic. We don't know how to get a new patient signed up for care. We don't really know the flow of an office. We don't know billing procedures for insurance or cash. And we don't know how to hire or fire a team. It's just stuff like that that we have to think about, and really step into yourself and understand, hey, do I know those things? And if I do, great, right? If I don't, and I don't really have that entrepreneurial spirit, associating might be more up your alley, right? So some people do, though. Some people have that drive. And circumstances may determine that, right? So you might be going through school, you might have a plan ahead, and you might be like, I am going to definitely open up after school, right? And all of a sudden things change, plans change, things happen, and you're like, okay, what am I going to do now, right? And stepping into a role where you can still lead when you're not in charge. And Dr. Jagarin Knight Bryant gave me a book a while back. I forget who it's by, but How to Lead When You're Not in Charge is the name of the book. Great book. Great book. And I highly recommend it to pretty much everybody out there, but especially my associates out there, my fellow associates, or people who are looking to get into associating for an office. It's a really important read. It's a really important read to understand, like, hey, how do you step into a position and be coachable? How do you step into a position and still lead? How do you step into a position and still be an inspiration not only to the team, but also an empowering role model for others on the team, right? And so I think it's really important. And you might, step into an associateship and you might feel like you're at the bottom again, right? You're a freshman in college or what have you. And you might feel like that, right? But that's okay, because you have a lot of training to do. You have a lot of things to catch up on. You have a lot of office procedures and systems that you don't necessarily know, that a lot of people on that team have probably been in for months to years, right? And so you really got to think about all those things and give yourself some grace. Give yourself some relief, in the sense of mentally saying, okay, I'm fine. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do you walk? How do you walk to the moon, right? One step at a time. And so all of these things, and really sitting with yourself and understanding, like, I don't have to have it all figured out in one night, right? And that's the cool part about associating. Yeah, your feet are to the fire, you're drinking out of fire hoses, but the cool part is that you have a mentor, you have a guide, and that's the head chiropractor there, right? And they're there to watch over you. They're there to be your boss first and foremost, but they're also there to help you, so that if you do have a termination date to your contract. Sked is the all-in-one system that allows for amazing control and flexibility of your scheduling. Yes, your next new hire. Every aspect of when and where you service your customers is at your command. Sked is tightly integrated with your existing EHR system. This software was made by a chiropractor specifically for Chiropractic. No joke. Go check out their latest care plan feature by heading to go.sked.life/legendarypod. Easily share your passion for chiropractic and look good doing it with Above Down apparel, offering a premium lineup of principled apparel that's impossibly soft, sustainably sourced, and chiropractic AF. Visit abovedown.co and follow them on Instagram to learn more and score yourself some sweet chiro swag. Every chiropractic clinic needs a compliance program. If you are not sure what that includes or why you need one, let Dr. Robin from RHDC Consulting help you build your chiropractic compliance. If you are ready to get started, head to robin-hale.mykajabi.com and let Dr. Robin guide you to the end result. Thank you for allowing this brief disruption to take place. And now back to the program. Say it's 12, 18, 24 months. They want to make sure you're as best prepared as possible coming out of their office, but also performing the best you can as quickly as possible in their office, right? So that not only their office is successful from bringing you on, but also you are successful for a lifetime to come, right? So they're kind of leading the horse to water, but they're also kind of teaching you how to drink, right? And so they're kind of doing a little bit of both. And so that's the cool part about associating. And actually in in June here, we're going to have a training open up, our first associate chiropractor training to ever open up. It's going to be completely free. It would typically be $4.99 for 12 weeks of training, but the first cohort that we're putting through is going to be completely free, because what we want to do here at the Legendary Chiropractor is help as many chiropractic students and future associates as possible. And we want to help as many students land positions, and we want to help as many doctors find students that are perfect and great for those positions. And so at the end of the program, you'll complete the program if you've done all that you needed to do, and you'll actually become a legendary certified associate. Which will be pretty cool. Having certified legendary associates kind of being out there is going to be a pretty pristine thing, and nobody else out there in the chiropractic world is coaching associates on how to negotiate, how to calculate your worth, how to calculate your value, how to sell your worth and your value to a head doctor that's looking to hire. Because we want you to be as paid as well as you possibly can. But we also want you to understand, hey, what are you bringing to the table for that office, for that doctor? And what is your role going to be, right? So that's going to be happening. We're going to open that up 2 weeks out from July, which is going to be going into the third quarter of the year. And so be on the lookout for that. That's going to be really, really cool. And if you aren't on the site already, you can check out the site, go to legendarychiro.com, become a member for free, either a student or a doctor. And what you can do from there is you can actually join. If you say yes on the entry form, on the intake form, what we do is we put you in an interested applicant center. Those are going to be the first people to know when we launch the training and the enrollment for the open enrollment for the training. So please hop in there, get on that, and get in there, okay? The second thing that we want to talk about, or really what we want to talk about, is not only emphasizing how important associates are to chiropractors, but also understanding, it shouldn't be frowned upon, because there are great docs, like the doc I'm working with right now, that aren't taking advantage of, the youth, the young coming out of chiropractic school. And it's possible to find positions like that. And we want to help you the best we can with doing that, right? So couple takeaways that I have from personal experience, and a couple takeaways that we came up with as a team here at the Legendary Chiropractor. And number one is that, you're a part of a team, right? You're a part of a team. You're not necessarily leading right away, but you are a part of them. You're a part of that office, and you identify with that office and with that team. And some people look for that. Some people crave that. Some people look for that with starting up your own practice. And I'm not saying if starting up your own practice is for you, please, by all means, do it, right? If you have that entrepreneurial spirit, do it. But here at the Legendary Chiropractor, we're huge on associating, and we're huge on associateships. So we're going to more lean towards the benefits of associateship. But with opening up your practice, right, you don't really have a team. You have to make that, right? And when was the course in chiropractic school where we learned how to hire and fire? When was the course in chiropractic school where we learned how to, set up our EHR systems, or, do billing, or any of this stuff that, office flow? Any of this stuff that you have to do to run a practice, right? So we always encourage people to take that stepping stone, even if it's 12, 18, 24 months after graduating, to step into an associateship, to really start to figure out who they are, where they're coming from, how they're going to practice, and what their practice is going to look like for them, right? Because if you have a termination date to that contract, what's going to happen at the end is that you're going to start to do things for your practice, right? And you're going to start to, buy an LLC. You're going to start to figure out where you're going to be located. And you're not necessarily going to be pitching patients, but you are going to be like your new patients in a new area, but you're not going to be necessarily doing all of this from the very beginning of your associateship. Your beginning of your associateship is really learning the ropes and the reins behind the office that you're in, the system, the procedures, how the team works, and all of that. So that's really number one that you want to focus on. And with a team, you can do that because you have other people to help you, other people to train you on the systems and procedures. And you have that head chiropractor that's always looking out for you, right? And that's our goal, is to find you head chiropractors that are always looking out for you, right? We're sick of this stigma of we eat our young. It's so annoying. It's so not true. And the good docs are out there that don't do that, and that are really willing to take their time, money, and efforts to train you to be the best chiropractor that you can be, right? So we want to find that for you. And so with that being said, you have a team, right? That's key takeaway number one. Key takeaway number two is that, it's really low overhead. You don't really have much overhead other than paying your personal health insurance, your phone bill, your car insurance, right? Some personal items. You don't really have, especially if you work a lot of things into the contract, you really don't have a lot that you're paying for out of pocket when you're an associate. So it keeps it super low overhead, and it makes it really nice for you in that regard, right? So super low overhead. If you're coming out starting, you're probably looking at taking out a business loan, no matter from like $5,000 to $100,000 worth of a business loan, and you're going to probably 7 to 9 banks before they actually approve you for a loan, because it's just a lot of money to take out on top of whatever loans you took out for chiropractic school. So that's tough. But again, if you are an entrepreneur and you have that spirit to and that gung-ho to just be like, yes, this is for me, I want to do this, I'm going all in, do it, please. We need more great chiropractors. We absolutely do. Don't just sit at home. Start your own practice or associate. Those are our options, right? And so I really, really encourage you to do so. The third key takeaway is, right, so we got the team. That's a perk, right? And we have super low overhead. The third thing that Dr. Stu Hoffman, founder and president of Chiropractic Malpractice Insurance, is the foremost expert in both risk management and risk avoidance. Understanding the everyday challenges of today's practicing chiropractor and the current public perception of chiropractic has made Chiropractic the fastest growing malpractice insurance program of the last 28 years. Find out more at chirosecure.com. Imaging Services' primary business is chiropractic solutions. With over 45 years in the industry of helping chiropractors, Michael Tokash offers free consultations on building your business. In the past year, Imaging Services has installed over 100 X-ray machines and digital X-ray systems in over 42 states across the United States. For more, head to theimagingservices.com. Thank you for allowing this brief disruption to take place. And now back to the program. Really, really important for associates and for, opening up is that you have your own boss, right? Either that be if you open up yourself, or that be, you have somebody looking out for you. You have a head chiropractor that is hopefully more of a guide and a mentor and a boss versus, some person who just, writes you off and doesn't really care, right? We're trying to get away from that model in associating for chiropractors, right? So what we're doing is we are setting you up with docs that matter, right? And that are doing the associateship game correctly, and that will treat you very well, not only financially, but they will also treat you well as in being that mentor, that guide, that light for you to guide you to the end result, whatever that is for you, right? If that's opening up your own practice, or if you're looking for more of a long-term associate position, they might be open to that, right? So I think it's really important to understand the boss thing, because a lot of people are like, I want to be my own boss. And it's like, great. But at the same time, if you step into an associateship that doc is looking to maybe step away or go on vacation, right? You might end up being more of your own boss than you actually thought. And so it's really important to understand that. and to not turn a cold shoulder on associating. And that's our big thing here at the Legendary Chiropractor is not only are we wanting to be the go-to associate experts, but we also want you to understand, like, hey, associating isn't a bad thing. Opening up isn't a bad thing. You have to be able to tap into yourself. What we talk about is that mind, that heart, and that gut, so that you understand yourself the best and you know where to go from here, right? And where to go from graduation, after graduation, et cetera, et cetera. So I hope this conversation was valuable to you. I hope the content that we've been producing is valuable to you. And again, we're talking about that big decision, right, between associating and opening up your own practice. There's going to be more content for docs coming throughout the rest of the weeks of the month here. But if you found this valuable, please comment below, share your thoughts and opinions with me. I would love to have a conversation with you. And what you share, the questions you ask, are invaluable to other people in this group. And I hope that we can continue to provide value for you. Thank you for watching. And please click that link above, become a member. Again, we're trying to change the landscape literally and forge our own paths in this associateship game for young chiropractors coming out of school and for docs who are already graduated and looking for associateships. So click that link above, legendarychiro.com, become a member for free as a student or a doctor, and drop your comments below if this was valuable for you. I really hope it was, and I hope that we can have more of these conversations, and I know that we will. So I love you guys, I appreciate you, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, super powerful day today. Happy Wednesday, peace and love. Stay legendary, my friend. Again, I'm your host, Johnny Reuter, and you're listening to the Legendary Chiropractor Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for engaging with us on all of our platforms, including, but not limited to, Facebook and Instagram, all at the Legendary Chiropractor. Be sure to check our home site out at thelegendarychiropractor.com, as we have much to offer for prospective chiropractic students, current chiropractic students, recent chiropractic school graduates, and even veteran doctors of chiropractic out in the field. And lastly, I'd like to thank not only you, our listener, but also our podcast sponsors. Without them, this show wouldn't be possible. So I encourage you to go check out their websites and what they have to offer in the show notes for this episode. Thanks again. Stay legendary, my friend.